Velkommen alle sammen, welcome back to the channel where we give a little bit of Viking history while you're watching some tutorials of the gameplay of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And today we're showing you one of the coolest abilities you can learn, and that is the Raven Distract, where you can use it and then your Raven will come down and pluck out the eyes or try and distract the person who you are aiming at, giving you a free option to land whatever blows you want on them. So a very valuable ability. And I'm going to show you exactly where it is here. And in all of my videos, I like to give you a little bit of Viking history lesson to learn a little bit while you're playing. And today we're going to speak about ravens and eagles and wolves and some of the poetical metaphors that we find in the old Norse myths. So the Vikings, they love their metaphors. If you read their myth, it is just filled with metaphors, symbolism, illusion, hidden meanings and things like that. And one of the meanings that they used a lot of symbolism for was death, things to symbolize death, and ravens were one of these. Eagles were also one of these, and so was wolves. Anytime you see an eagle, a raven, or a wolf in the myth, 9 times out of 10, it's a metaphor for death or symbolizing some aspect of death. And this is, there are a lot of theories about this as to why that could be, but basically it's pretty simple, really. The most logical explanation that most of the experts agree with. And it's just because those are the animals that show up when there's death around, after there's a big battle, after there's a big, fight or dead bodies or corpses all over the place. It's a raven that shows up, or an eagle, those carnivorous birds, and of course wolves, like natural. They are meat eaters, actually. So anytime you see one of those animals referred to in the myths, it might say something like, oh, he was the Lord of Ravens, and that meant the Lord of Death, or it might say something in the myths like, oh, the battle was going bad for our people, but then the eagle showed up for the other side, so give a little metaphor, so as you're winning the battle or something like that. So it's all kinds of these things. I could go on forever, but I just wanted to speak a little bit about that, so these are really some of the top 3 metaphors, these 3 animals that were used in all the Norse myths. And this would have been a very, very valuable ability, especially with ravens being so close to the hearts in Norse myths. So that's about it. Vi ses nästa gång.